Welcome back to Octane Garage, where we bought a Buick Regal at the auction by accident. That's a whole nother story. We'll get into that later. Let's see what we got though. We got a busted bumper. They said it runs and drives good. It doesn't. And by the way, this thing's a turbo. So let's take a look around. Tires are pretty good. Got some tinted windows. Got a little ding here. Not bad. A little bit here. That's a bolt-on piece or snap-on piece. Interior is not bad. Needs clean, but not ripped up, not tore up. And it's got some 5-hour energy in there. So somebody was tired. That's not from me, just so you know. Back bumper is falling off, and they got a self-tapper here. The back tires are good though, so that's a plus. Taillight does not fit right, but we can take care of that. We got some leaves growing in it. Weeds growing in it. It's supposed to have back sensors. They're missing. Screwed on back bumper here. And a little bit of a winger dinger here. So somebody had a little accident, maybe too much 5-hour energy. Let's get under this hood and see what's going on. It's an EcoTech Turbo. And I'm suspecting that the timing chain's bad. I'm 99.9% sure. Okay, let's make it 98. I'm pretty sure though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this into the garage. We're gonna tear this thing apart. We're gonna check those timing marks and see if the timing chain is off. I think it jumped time because this thing's just running like blah, 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 blah. You'll see.
That was too much. It's too much.
All right, let's get it fired up. Let's see did the battery have any charging?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it. Where's the key?
Oh,
it might.
oh.
All right, she's fired. Let's get it into the garage and see if we can fix this thing. Wow, you're still here. Good. I had it pulled in the garage, but I've decided I needed to pull it back out because this car has an ant problem. Let me just show you and see if there's any in here right now. I don't know if you guys can see them in the video, but there's ants everywhere. So we're gonna give this thing a good wash, see if we can get rid of those ants. Then we're gonna pull it back in the garage. We'll start ripping this thing apart. So let's stay tuned. Let's just stay with me. Let's have some fun, guys, and see if we can get this thing to run right. Got it all washed up. Hopefully the ants are pretty much gone. Took me a minute to fight with them, but I hosed them out of there pretty good. First thing I want to do is get this hood up and out of here and out of our way. Then we're gonna start digging into this thing. I'm here by myself, so I'm gonna try and take this hood off. What's really going to be tricky is this other side, I'm afraid. Okay, now we got this hood thing in here. Get that out of the way, then I'm thinking we can lower it down. Hopefully without too much trouble. Then we can grab it like this, take it right up on the roof. Carefully. All right, I told you I could do it. That wasn't so bad. Okay, first things first, to get this airbox out of the way, we gotta get some stuff unplugged. Shouldn't be a big deal. The nice thing with these newer cars too is they only plug in one way. So you can't mess that up. You shouldn't be able to anyway. And we got some star bits we got to take out. And I'll be curious to see if there's even an air cleaner in this thing. Because whoever did this, I don't know what they were thinking exactly, but somebody's worked on this car before. Oh, we got to get this off. Not a big deal. Get that to come off. There we go. Now I think I can get this part out. There we go. Okay, we're getting started. Oh, now this thing's gonna pull right off. Don't figure, right? like there's a lot of oil in there. That's okay for now. Now we gotta get this box out of our way. Now, we're to the motor mount. So the next thing we're gonna have to do, I'm gonna say we get this pipe here out of the way. Then we can get our valve cover off. We can check that timing. Okay, we got the 2 bolts out. It's just 2 bolts. One here, one here. You can pop this whole thing right off. Shouldn't be a big deal. Couple little thingies here. And we got one more deal right here. You just gotta pull that. I think that'll pop right off. And then we can get that out of our way. Okay, the next thing we have to do is get some of this stuff unplugged. These are the cam sensors. You cannot get these backwards, so once you unplug them, you don't have to worry. They only will plug in one way. And we gotta get all these coil packs unplugged, because we're gonna have to get this wiring out of our way. So we can just maybe scoot that back to the side here. Something like that might work. And we also got a line right here. It's got to come off. And I think we can just unbolt it there and take it with the valve cover. See this metal line? I don't want to unhook it here. I'd rather unhook it down here. So we're just going to take that bolt off. We're going to pull the line off right with the valve cover. So that's where we're at so far. Let's keep on rocking. By the way, you can see the turbo now right here, which is pretty cool. Maybe we should get a bigger one. Okay, so we got that off there. Well, I got the bolt out anyway. Should just pop off now. Okay, next thing, valve cover bolts. Gotta get all these valve cover bolts out. Shouldn't be a big deal. One more in this corner. Oh boy, we just about lost that one. You know what happens when they fall down? They're gone forever. Well, we'll do the right thing and set them up on the wiper. I got them all. Nope, one more. I think that's all of them. Looks like it. Just gotta get some lines out of our way. Some wiring out of our way. And we are still catching on something. Oh. Well, it helps if you take all the bolts out. We got one more bolt. Let me show you. We got one more bolt hidden right down in here. So that's what's actually stopping us. That's what was stopping us, is that bolt right down there. These sensors can actually stay in there for now. So that's good to know. If anybody was wondering, if you take all the bolts out, things will go easier. I'm gonna say it should come off now. I can get it past there. Get it to come past these lines here. Bingo, look at that. Now we're talking. All right, let me bring you guys in, see what we can see. Don't see anything too obviously weird here. Now, you know, if your rocker arms are popped off, that definitely means you jumped time and probably hit a valve. All these ones are on. I don't see any out of place. Our timing chain actually looks pretty good from what I can tell. This doesn't look wore out, but we're gonna have to dig a little deeper. Once we get those marks lined up, we'll be able to tell for sure if the timing jumped or not. So next thing we gotta do is get this wheel off so we can get to that crank, so we can turn this over and see if that timing's even close to where it's supposed to be. Now, hopefully, this wheel will pop right off of here. Nice. Take that, not too bad. No circumstances do you ever want to not use a jack stand, guys. Always use a jack stand. So we're gonna have to go up a little higher, that's okay. I think that'll work. I like to do, actually, I could go a hair higher even if we wanted. Maybe click her up one more. There we go. We'll slowly let it down. And we can always leave the jack under there for safety. Next, we're going to want to get this liner out, because right behind there is going to be our crank. And getting that liner out of the way is just going to make everything a lot easier. So let's pop that thing out, and then we'll get on that crank bolt. We'll turn this baby over, see if we can line up some timing marks. Okay guys, we got the inner fender out. We got our bottom pulley off, and we got our serpentine belt off. Now this just slid right off, which was nice. Thought I'd have to have a puller. We put our jack under the oil pan, lightly holding up the oil pan, because we got to pull this motor mount off so we can get the rest of this timing cover off. Now, funny thing, I went ahead and lined up the top marks. You can see here, that one's on. And I can see here, this one's on. You can tell by the black and gold links. So I'm going to see if the bottom's on. If the bottom's on, this thing did not jump time, and we have another issue. What is the other issue? I don't know. So we're going to keep digging, see what we get into. Okay, the motor mount is a 15 millimeter. We're going to zip it off with the zip gun, make it easier. Oh, maybe not with this zip gun, because I think the battery just died. All right. Hoping the motor won't move too much. Now, drop down a little, but that's not a big deal. We figured it would do that. We'll set these up here for now. We'll get this one out. And we should be able to get that top mount out of our way. And then we just got to work on the mount that's attached to the motor. So there's that. Got to get this one off. This is part of the motor mount. Once we get that off, we can get our serpentine tensioner belt thingy off. We can go ahead and get this timing cover off. We can see if it actually jumped time or not. I'll be curious if it did. I'm actually hopeful that it did, because if it didn't, I don't know what to do. Okay guys, it's been a couple days since I recorded, and a couple things have happened. Let me update you. The last time I recorded, we were pulling the inner fender out, and we got the harmonic balancer off. We have now got the timing cover off, and you can see right there we have jump time. That dot is supposed to be on that black link. That's actually good news, because now at least we know what is wrong. What do we do next? Okay, we got to get that timing chain out of there. The way you're going to do that, the way I'm going to do it, right or wrong, first thing I'm going to do, right down, let me show you guys what we're looking at here. Whoa. Right back here, you can barely see right here. You're going to find the tensioner. My hand's in the way. You can barely see right there. This big bolt right there. That's your tensioner. We're going to have to get that out so we can get the chains off of there. So that's our next move. Alright, I had to throw a mic on so you guys can hear me. My boy's out there mowing and it's noisy. So I got in there with the ratchet and the socket. 1 1/4 is the size you're going to need for that. And it broke loose real easy. Not real easy, but not bad. So now we're just going to take that off. That should take the tension off of that chain. It's just going to make things easier. That's all. There we go. There's our tensioner. We got a new one. So good news there. I think we'll start. We'll get this we'll get the top guide off, which looks like about a 10 millimeter. Shouldn't be a big deal. Let's grab this. It's an extension. We have a new one for this. Comes in the kit. We'll set these. We'll do the right thing and set them right up there. We'll pull them out together. And let's take a look. Boy, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, I think the next thing we're going to want to do is get this guide right here out. That's our new one. That's this one right here. I'm going to go right down here. Let me show you. It's a 10 millimeter. And it's right here. So we're going to pop that baby out next. It's not hard to do. Might be tricky one-handed, but we'll try it. Okay, so we got it out. We just gotta slide it on out of there. Hopefully. Okay, maybe not yet. Be a little tricky. Okay, we may have to get the chain off first. Might have to get the chain off before we can get that one out, which means we're gonna have to take these phasers off up top, the phasers. So don't be worried, it's not a big deal. We'll just loosen them right up and pop them right off there. We're gonna wanna hold these cams. They have a spot right there. We can get a hold of the cam, because that cam's gonna jump a little bit on you. It's gonna jump around, you know, a little bit. So we're gonna hold the cam, we'll get those phasers off, and then we'll bring you guys right back. Okay guys, I managed to get these loose. They were tough to do, so I had to get some help. But that's okay, we got them loose. Either way, that's all that matters. So we gotta get our cam phasers out of here. So we're gonna set the bolts up there. Before we do that though, I think we're gonna go ahead and loosen up this other guide and get it out of there, which means we gotta take this plug out in the head. Because behind that there's a bolt that this guide right here works together with. Okay, we got it, got the plug coming out. There's a 10 for the win. Now we just gotta get the guide out. No big deal. But before we do, I want to shove some rags down in that oil pan hole to make sure that I don't drop that bolt and have it fall down in the oil pan. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Now we got to get through the top here, and I think we're gonna have to get rid of this extension, because there is a 10 millimeter bolt holding that top part of the guide up. It's right here. Now I need a magnet to get in there and get that thing out. It still doesn't want to come out. Got it. And I dropped it. And where did it go? I don't know. Oh, here it is. We found it. Now our chain should be getting pretty loose. Yes, it is. Alright, I got the phasers off. All I do is take a screwdriver, pry them off. Now we need to get this guide out. This guide right here comes out through the top. It's already, look how loose it is. So hopefully that was one of the issues, I don't know. So we got a new one of those. Saw it right there. Now we gotta get our chain the rest of the way out of here. Can be a little tricky. So there's one part here. There it goes, and voila. there's our chain. Okay, we're ready to start the reassembly. Got our guide, new gear for the bottom, and our new chain. We're gonna start. We're gonna get our gear on the bottom. I think that's just first thing we should do. It'll be easy. I'll take you guys along. I can show you. I'll show you. On this, it's gonna have a little mark right here. That side's gonna go out because you're gonna need that mark. Let's take a look at our old one. We're gonna have to slide that one off. Just slides on just like that. This old gear was the original gear. Even though, and it looks pretty wore to me compared to our new gear. So even though it looks like someone's been in here before, I think someone's worked on this car before, timing chain wise. But that is definitely the original sprocket on the bottom. So I don't know if they just put a chain in, didn't do everything else. Or maybe they never put a chain in. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we got our bottom gear on. What's next? Next, we're going to want to put this guide right here in. This guide. So let's get it opened up. How do you put it in? Real simple. You're going to drop it right through the top. Well, I say real simple. I'm doing it one-handed, guys. So give me a little bit of break here. You just gotta let it drop right down in there, like that. It's gonna sit up a little higher. It's gonna be right about there is where it's gonna sit. Right about there-ish. Okay, I'm thinking we should go ahead and get our chain dropped in there next. It's got a purple link, a black link, and a purple link. First thing we gotta figure out is what goes where. Looks like the black and purple are gonna be on top, and the other purple one will be at the bottom. That's my guess. So, guess we could get a drop down here. We got one tricky spot down here. These chains are a little hard to get past. Just gotta play with it a little bit, you get it. Kinda wishing I would've got this chain in before I did that other guide, honestly. It's kinda making it tough. Okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere. Get it around our bottom gear. Here. Okay, let's see what we got going on down here. Put our upper chain guide on. Got our upper chain guide on. We got our tensioner in and we got it released. Tensioner torques to 55 foot-pounds if anyone needs to know that. All we have left to do is torque our phasers and then just put the valve cover back on, put timing chain cover on, and put it back together. We're ready to rock. All right, guys, it's the next day. I want to give you guys an update. Where we left off, we did the timing chain tensioner and we just released it. I went ahead and threw the valve cover on, threw the air box on, the timing cover, serpentine belt stuff, motor mount, all the stuff we took off in the beginning, and we are now ready to fire it up. So I'm gonna throw that hood on. We're gonna start this thing and see if this worked. Are you ready? All right, we got our hood back on. We got oil in our motor. We're ready to fire it up, guys, so hang on. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping it'll fire right up, but at the same time, I'm a little scared, I'll be honest. And we still have an amp problem in here, holy cow. I don't know what's up with that, but. Alright, we're gonna get it backed out. It does sound a little rattly. I think maybe the lifters are still trying to pump up or something. I don't know why they'd have been down, but we do hear a little rattle and some vibrations. But we're gonna try and figure that stuff out. Alright. Well, we'll soon find out. I don't hear it now, so maybe it was just things settling in.
Power steering.
All right, we got it fired up. Put my seatbelt on. We're gonna take it down the road. Hope we make it back. Hopefully the transmission works. The power steering doesn't seem to be working at all, so that's perfect. But we'll deal with it. Maybe it'll start working the more we drive it. Who knows? One tire thing works. The one that works says we got 16 pounds in the tire. So.
Well, that back tire might be low.
How low? Like gonna blow low or?
No, it shouldn't.
Carter has no idea. It does have a low tire light on.
It's whatever.
I'm starting to come up. Should I go that way down to the dirt road first?
No, I think go that way. I don't know.
Let's try the dirt road, then we'll turn around the dirt road and see where we go. I don't know. Ain't coming.
Nope.
We can whip around the dirt road easy if it breaks. It's not far to have to go. Oh, no power steering. Wow. She's hard to turn, guys.
Whoa. Someone doing donuts up there?
I don't know. So it's hard to tell, but we're just gonna turn around this dirt road. Boy, she's a bouncy little thing, isn't she?
A little bit of suspension.
Let's see, can we turn around right here? Ain't coming?
Nope.
We're just gonna whip off a donut. Oh, somebody did a burnout. Oh, someone did do a donut.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Oh.
Nice, they ripped a donut.
Alright, let's give her a little juice. See what happens. We need to air our tires up.
Whoa! Oh, I'm just playing. I was acting like it.
Oh, there it shifted. Okay, we got a transmission.
We got a transmission. Shifting again.
Not too shabby. I feel some low tires, so I don't want to go too fast, but got up to 40. That's a good sign. It's not getting hot so far. Not bad, guys. It seems to be running pretty good. And I feel like the power steering's coming back a little, so that's a plus. We might have an okay car here, after all. I do know we still have a few vacuum leaks, and there's some bugs to work out. Got a messed up front bumper, messed up back bumper. But you know, those are minor cosmetic things. Our other tire thing just came on, since we got 23 pounds in the other front tire. So hey, that's good to know that stuff is working, like those two are. I don't know about the back tires, but brakes, you know, they're there-ish. It wouldn't hurt if they were a little better, but they'll work for now. Okay, the power steering's still not 100%, but it is coming back a little. I believe that, because it's a hair easier than it was. We're just gonna spin her around here.
Oh, it's getting better, you're right.
It's still a little tough, but I feel like it, maybe it's doing a little something. Maybe it's got air in it or something, who knows. Let's take her one more time. Do we have blinkers? There says we do. All right, I wonder if the turbo works. Do I dare give her the juice? I hear the turbo. Wow, she's kicking it, guys. We're doing 60.
That was actually not bad.
Too bad. You know, it feels smooth. It really feels like it's a little bit of I'm running now back to life. Like, you know, that car Christine fixed itself. Will that happen here? Probably not. But it seems to be running better than it was just a few minutes ago. And I think it's happy to be out of the garage and on the road again. Every car would be. Wouldn't you if you were a car? I would. Alright, let's just try this one more time. Because I could hear the turbo a little bit. Where the temp is good. Everything seems to be good other than our tire pressure. Okay, you guys ready? re-click it. All right, we made it back. That's a plus. We didn't go too far because I was scared. We did go down the road enough to see that this thing is gonna drive. I'm gonna have to do something with this power steering yet. Motor-wise, I think we're okay. And that's good. I'm glad we got a car that'll drive now. Now, I haven't tried the air, so I was thinking maybe we should give the air a try. Let's turn our temps down. Okay, here we go. Let's turn our air on. See what happens. Let's see, blower, there we go, okay. Let's just see if this gets cold at all.
It smells weird.
Got a weird smell. It's got a smell like I haven't been used in a while. Man, the engine's smooth now though. Maybe coldish. Not real cold though, guys. Not real cold. And it should be by now. That blower's all the way up. Oh, there we go.
You got that, okay.
I think it's safe to say the air does not work, but that's okay. We got windows, we'll put them down. How do I turn this back down? There we go. Alright, so no AC. Does the radio work? Okay, it's making noises. Okay, radio works. We're not getting hot, so the temp's good.
Let's look at the temp. What's the temp?
That's of a 185, so it's hard to see in here, but 185 is very respectful. This thing runs pretty good. I want to get some air in the tires. We're going to take it for some more drives, slowly, farther and further, until we feel like this car is a driver. So we'll give you an update later on after we've driven it for a bit, and we still have to do a lot of cosmetic repair to it. So if you've watched this long, hey, we really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't subscribed and you like this type of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You don't know what we're going to get into on Octane Garage. I thought this car might be neat to do, mainly because it was a turbo car. It's a Buick. It's kind of a sleeper that people don't talk about much. And I thought it was a pretty cool little car. So anyway, thanks for watching. What are we going to get into next?